Hello, Scorpio. I've just recorded the first part of this reading, which was the intuitive messages. It was a little bit difficult, a little bit challenging. If you want to skip straight to where I pull cards on camera, go and look in the description box down below where you'll find a timestamp. It's roughly 25 minutes in where I finish with the intuitive messages and start with the reading. So if you don't want to hang around for those intuitive messages and you want to skip ahead, yeah, please do go and hit that timestamp in the description box down below, which will take you straight to the cards, because yeah, that was a little bit crazy ranting, I'm not gonna lie. But it was a message for somebody, so I don't want to cut it out. I want it to be in there because I think there was something in there for somebody. But yeah, just I don't want to waste your time with my 20-minute long whatever that was. All right guys, I will see you in a minute. Hello, Scorpio. I'm laughing because I just had a bit of trouble setting up my phone. I'm not laughing when it comes to your reading. All right, huge trigger warning right off the bat. If there may be things in here that trigger you. There may be things that you're uncomfortable hearing. There's stuff that I'm uncomfortable with here. I don't like it. I'm doing a shadow reading, which is we all have a light side and a dark side. We all have that yin and yang energy going on. We all have positive aspects of our personality and kind of not so great aspects. We've all got things that we're dealing with in our lives. We've got fears. We've got things that hold us back. We've got a past. Things that we need to let go of. Things that we need to work through. Sometimes we avoid that. Sometimes we push things away, think I'm not looking at that, I'm not dealing with that right now, I'm focusing on other things, and then they come up in less healthy ways. So this is a shadow reading. It is designed to probably provoke you a little bit, probably trigger you a little bit, get you in your head, get you in your emotions, get you to think about things. Could be dredging up stuff from your past, could be stuff that you're just not dealing with in the present, it could be stuff that keeps tripping you up. Yeah, but big trigger warning. If your mental health isn't great, if you are currently in counselling, if you are I'm picking up on paranoia. I'm picking up on somebody could be a little bit paranoid. Now, whether that's for a good reason or whether I'm just picking up on that paranoia, I'm not confirming anything that anyone's thinking or feeling in this reading. I want to make that really clear from the start. But I am getting this sense of paranoia. So yeah, if you don't think that this reading is appropriate for you, please just leave it for another day. It may not be the right reading for you today. And again, it's just cards. I'm just telling a story. If it hits the mark, then that's something for you to look at. I don't know your personal situation. I'm not confirming anything. I'm just reading cards here, okay? So do you trust your own intuition a little? I feel like somebody feels like they can't trust their intuition though. This is what I mean. And what I'm getting is this sense of like, am I being paranoid? Do I trust, because you're the high priestess in the tarot basically. So there's this kind of like intuitive connection, seeing things in dreams, this like inner knowledge of knowing things but without really knowing why. And what I'm getting is that something's off. It's like you have this sixth sense, if I can get my words out, that something's off. My first note is there's something wrong and you can't put your finger on it. And I've been getting this for a few days now. It's connected to a feminine water energy. So it could be, it's coming through as Queen of Cups. I have the Queen of Air here, but it's coming through as this kind of like Queen of Cups energy, which could be you. It could be a Cancerian energy. But this Queen of Air though here is Libra. It's like female love. Now it could be you and you're the one sensing this, or there's somebody around you who is, I feel like it's almost like this Queen of Cups is making an offer, but there's something deceptive about it. There's something not right. Something's not right. So I want to say trust your instincts on that. If something feels off, trust that. It might be like, say you have to sign something, delay it, because I think with this moon card, it's like there's something hidden from you. There's something you don't know, and it's got you all in your head. Like, look at all this like stuck in your head energy. But there's this owl's been coming through like for the past few days. Now, I've not done a reading for a few days. I've been working, so I kind of did Libra's reading, and then I keep getting this like owl, Queen of Cups, something's not right energy, like an offer, something not right. I don't, right, this could be a side message, this could just be for one person. I will pull the cards properly on camera, but these cards wanted to speak as I was kind of like doing the pre-shuffle and getting things ready. So basically, right, going back to the start, so I've been getting this thing for a few days, and then I've been sort of seeing this specific card, Wisdom Owl, in my mind's eye. So I knew there was something definitely about owls anyway. And then this card as well, with this owl on from a different deck, the Queen of Air with this owl. So I feel like they're showing me the owls, like somebody who has knowledge. It feels like High Priestess energy, which is, again, even like this deck that's just to the side here, this is the High Priestess card, which is your card in the tarot. So it's like, it's coming through as like knowledge, but it's all like this otherworldly knowledge is the way it's coming through. So yeah, so as I started to pull cards, I shuffled this deck and this card fell out really determinedly, and I was like, it's the bloody owl again. It's the bloody owl again. And it came out with the unseen on the underlying, and this kept on sliding off and showing me the hunter card. Look, you can see it doesn't want to stay on there. It's trying to show me the hunter. So I feel like you're being shown something. You're being shown something that's not right. You could have some kind of like guardian angel, like spirit guide, an ancestor visiting you through dreams or something. I feel like you've got this kind of like otherworldly energy around you, which is bringing you information, right? But it's not in the 3D tangible world. So how do you... It's unseen, right? It's like secret, it's unseen, it's otherworldly, it's intuitive. And it's telling you, your intuition's telling you that there's something wrong with this hunter card. And again, it's here, look in the underline here. This kind of like, it could be Sagittarius, Knight of Wands energy, the mountain. I was getting love, I've not made a note of it, but I was getting Love on a Mountaintop by Sunita through last night. So high that we won't ever stop. Right. I'm going to read these cards to you because there's definitely a message trying to come through to somebody. If it's not your message, just skip ahead to when I start to pull cards from this deck on camera. I may put a link in the description box down below, so you can just go and hit that timestamp and it'll take you to the cards if this isn't your thing. If it is your message, you already know, you've already got that sense of paranoia, of something not being right. You know, like just like something, you can't put your finger on it, you don't know what it is, but you know something's wrong, is the way it's coming through. Right, okay, so I'm just going to read them. I'm just going to read them and let you decide what this is for yourself. Excuse me. I have to say though, and huge trigger warning now, this is going to be a trigger for most people. If you go back and watch that Virgo reading, I was talking about teachers and children and things like this in that reading, and I feel like there's a bit of a tie-in here. I'm almost getting like there's somebody, there could be somebody in your child's life who's like a teacher or a mentor, and you've got like your spider sense is tingling, there's something not right with it. So again, trigger warning. I would recommend looking up grooming. The NHS, the NHP, I can't get on with that. The NSPCC website has some brilliant videos about grooming that you can watch with your children and teach them about healthy relationships and unhealthy relationships. There's things that you can watch out for as parents. And this can be for lots of different reasons. You know, it can be like gangs, it can be other things. But I feel like this kind of teacher, and there's something wrong with them. There's something not right. There's like an ulterior motive. Either that's true, or you just have this feeling. It may be that this person's perfectly fine, but you're paranoid about it. So I don't know which way it is, but it's definitely worth, if you're not sure, it's definitely worth having those conversations with your children, watching out for the signs, like looking into it, knowing what to watch out for. speaking to other parents, you know, people who have had children, you know, or it doesn't even have to be children, right? It could be an adult, and you could have some kind of, you know, you could be coming to readings like people like me who are like, I'm going to be your spiritual teacher. I don't have ulterior motives, you know. But of course you would say that, right? And this is what I'm saying, like, watch out for things. All right, I'm just going to read it. You make up your own mind. I'm sorry about the car noises as well. It's quite warm in the UK. I have to have my window open right now, so I am sorry about the background noise. The mentor, the teacher, the sage, the guru. It is said that cosmic knowledge pours down onto the world like a great illuminated waterfall. This can be an overwhelming force. The true teacher, just to sort of say cosmic knowledge, if you want a visual for that, look at this card here. You see this like channeled beam? That's very much what I visualize when I'm tuning into the energies. I visualize that link from like heaven to earth going through me. Talking about like your chakras opening and things like this. You may be in that high priestess energy, so you may do the same kind of work. It ties in as well. Yeah, like you could be doing this. You could be getting intuitive downloads. But the song that came through for you, sorry, I keep distracting myself, and this is what I mean, it's like so much information, it's overwhelming. The song that came through for you was Love by Lana Del Rey, and she actually says, signals crossed gets confusing. It's enough to make you feel crazy sometimes. I definitely feel that. I definitely feel that, because I'm channeling for basically all 12 signs of the tarot. Sometimes it can be very difficult for me to know what's the message for me personally and what is a community message, a broad message, what's for me, what's for somebody else. And I've done this before. I've literally sat there thinking, they're drawing my attention to this person, they're drawing my attention to that person. I can tell that they're doing something together. I think they're having an affair. And it turns out that they're not. like there was a situation where one person left their relationship to be with another person with like basically the same name as the person I thought they were having an affair with, and the two people I thought they were actually working together, but it was completely like innocuous. But because I was getting these messages like for both of them, I didn't know which bit of the message was for which person. So there was kind of like this situation where I was like, there's something going on between them two. And I definitely, there was something. They were like, there was something going on, but it wasn't what you thought was going on. So yeah, signals crossed can get confusing. I definitely feel that. So you could be in the same sort of energy. I sound crazy in this reading. I'm aware of it, right? Because I'm channeling this energy, and it just it's making me feel like super paranoid, scatterbrained. So I'm picking up on somebody's energy who's in this. Okay, I'm just going to read. I keep saying this, I'm just going to read. It is said that cosmic knowledge pours down on the world like a great illuminated waterfall. It can be an overwhelming force. The true teacher, though, is said to be able to hold this flow of wisdom at bay while the student sips from a focused stream. So it's almost like this, right? Like the student sips from a focused stream. It's like there it's overwhelming, where here it's more focused. The mentor, so if somebody's helping you, as I say, it's like you've got this universal kind of person helping you with your intuition. The mentor archetype has a gift for reading the room, for sensing the exact ingredient that will stimulate growth within the student, whether pleasant or painful. The mentor may appear aloof or available, harsh or tender, humorous or rigid. Their gift is to know what serves the soul. Ultimately, the mentor is in the service of the greater cosmic good and aids in the elevation of consciousness. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and mistakes themselves for the source of enlightenment, the archetype falls into shadow. That's really interesting, because this says you are the oracle. I didn't set this up, by the way. This is literally how the cards came out. These cards fell out. You are the oracle. And it can sometimes be, and this is a lesson for me to learn, to know what is for me and what is for other people. And sometimes I don't even have to interpret it. I just say what's coming through. I just open my mouth, say what's coming through, it's not for me to tell people how it fits, because I don't know your personal circumstances. So I just say it, right? I feel like it's a message for me. When light, focused, clear, bright, remains a student. When dark, self-serving, envious of youth, righteous and rigid. Envious of youth. There's something with like teachers and children, I feel. The riddles of Zen masters and their students go deeper. Although it's typically true that the parents are our initial teachers, the child will eventually seek a mentor figure outside of the home to assist their growth. This is what I was saying. The child will seek a mentor figure outside the home to assist their growth. So just be wary of who is a mentor for your child at this time. Keep in mind how easy it is to project power onto another. The expressions feet of clay and cult of personality exist for a reason. So yeah, just be really, really wary of, like, again, like people like me, people doing tarot work, people who, you know, act as like, you know, you can look at things like, you know, like literal cults and things. You know, these like charismatic people who start these like weird movements and yeah, what are their motives? Are they trying to get money? You can look at things like Scientology, and I'm not passing any judgment there, but there's perceptions of that, right? You know, any kind of system, what is the motive behind it all? Is it power? Is it control? Is it money? Are they doing it for the right reasons? So just be careful about who you're trusting and who you're following and who you're learning from. And please don't put me on any kind of pedestal, because I don't want to be there. Listen, I don't trust myself. You should not be trusting me. Like literally just kind of woke up one day and I was thinking about this actually. I feel like it was like a switch went on in my brain, and all of a sudden I was getting this psychic stuff through. I was like, didn't know I could do this, and this is new. What do I do with this? But then I was thinking about things like, I was telling a ghost story the other day about being in work and hearing somebody call my name right behind me. So I think I've always had this a little bit. I think probably everybody has it. Everybody has this ability to hear things beyond the veil, right? But it's learning how to use it. That's the thing. Okay, the unseen. Scorpio, why do I get these readings for you? The spirit, the ancestor, the eternal. The unseen is just as it sounds. We cannot see it, yet it sees us, watching and waiting. See, this is what I mean, this kind of like, it sees us watching and waiting. With wisdom both kind and instructive. Again, this instructive feels like, yeah. We feel this presence, sense it, intuit it, and then doubt its existence, although it rallies our attention time and time again. The energy of the unseen may come in many forms: a compelling dream, a sudden insight, a clear voice, a vision or message from a loved one who has passed to the other side. It is natural to fear these communications, as they challenge our perception of what is real. When this card appears, your guides are near. The eternal is present. The doorway between worlds is ajar. Listen. The sounds may seem as though they come from a distant land, but they call from your innermost chambers. When light, clairvoyant guidance, whispers of wisdom. Again, guidance, right? Whispers wisdom. This card literally has wisdom on it. When dark, looming energy, right? This kind of unwillingness to forgive. And then it says, go deeper. King Hamlet, the Three Fates, and the Shining. Guidance comes in many forms, but don't expect guidance mental, right? But don't expect it to be glittery or comfortable. The spirit world speaks the truth. Sometimes it soothes and sometimes it burns. Being graced by the unseen is a gift. Treat it kindly. Allow yourself to be seen by eternal eyes. But there's something not right? It's like there's something feels wrong, something feels off. I think because this mentor, right, it can be, it's like it's dark and light, it's cruel and kind. You know, it's not this kind of like softly, almost like Saturn energy, right? It's I mean, the Queen of Air is not the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Air is like, she will tell you the truth and she will tell it you bluntly, because she respects you enough to be able to give you that truth, right? She's not gonna sugarcoat things. Where the Queen of Cups will sugarcoat things. I'd say you're more Queen of Cups energy, especially like knowing my mum, she's Scorpio, and she wants to tell me things in a way that's not going to hurt me emotionally, which is lovely for her. But I'm like, I'm Libra, so I'm like, just tell me, just rip off that bandage, like, give me the cold hard facts, and I'll deal with it. So again, this kind of, right, the hunter, the seeker, the pursuer, the predator. The hunter hunts. They are on a precise mission with an aim. To return home empty-handed would be to fail, which is not an option in the hunter's eyes. This archetype will journey far and wide, seeking the prize that calls to its heart or stomach. Tales of bravery and feats of strength often result, creating a life full of adventure, which is very much this energy. The hunter is skillful, quick, decisive, and results-orientated. Like the great hunting goddess, results-orientated. So you may have somebody who's like a mentor or something very... feels like quite Saturn-like energy, that kind of like tough love energy. Like the great hunting goddess Artemis, who kind of, this reminds me of Artemis. Or no, this is more Athena, isn't it? I would say more Athena with the owl. Like the great hunting goddess Artemis, who carries her quiver upon her back, the hunter typically has a weapon of choice. When this card appears, it is critical that you ask 3 questions. What am I hunting? Why am I hunting it? Is the weapon I hold so tightly in my grip truly needed for the task at hand? And then it says, when dark, irresponsible, violates, violent and poaching. It says, go deeper, Frida Kahlo's The Wounded Deer. Like I say, there's something not right. It's like predator energy. But then it says here, the age of light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. Pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? And these cards, these 2 cards here are literally both about, you can see she's blindfolded. She trusts her intuition to guide her. She trusts that 6th sense. And then look, you've got the King and Queen of Swords now here. It's weird, you've got this kind of like cups, swords energy, water, logic energy. Right, okay, I'm going to tidy up. I don't know if that's going to have made any sense to anybody. And then we're going to start to pull cards just to kind of wrap up the intuitive stuff. I have got a few things, and I think they're for either Capricorn or Pisces, so I'll save those for their readings. But you've got the name Ian came through, so that could be relevant to you. If not, don't worry. It could be somebody that you meet, right, Ian? I could see 2 people. It looked like they were on a roller coaster. They were like side by side. There was a man who I couldn't see very clearly, but there was a woman who was, my mind's eye kind of really focused in on her. I feel like she had on, you know, like when you have a roller coaster, you have that bar that comes down. I feel like she was holding on to like one of those roller coaster bars. So it could be that it could be a metaphor for somebody who feels like they're on a roller coaster. But it could have also been a backpack. As she was, she looked like, I'm not very good at describing faces, but she looked a bit to me like my cousin Catherine. So Catherine could be a name for somebody. She had her hair tied back. She had like brown hair. It was tied back, and you know, like a little bit fluffy at the front, like she'd been, like the wind had been blowing her hair around a little bit. She had quite like narrow eyes. An expression, quite thin lips. She was very pretty, you know, hollowed out cheeks and things, quite like narrowed eyes, and this kind of very kind of like ironically amused expression on her face. So I don't know if that's for anybody. Oh, she also had like a khaki or olive green t-shirt on. I feel like it had some kind of like black logo on the front, but I'm not sure about that. So that could be for somebody. If that's not your message, don't worry, it could just be for somebody else. I've literally got Queen of Cups, White Owl written down on my notes. I got the word, I heard meet the president, meet the president. and like we're shown like the White House, but I feel like it could be like of a company, so like the president of a company, which would make more sense. I mean, maybe somebody's meeting the president, I don't know. Then I could see like a round like plastic tub like this, and it had slices of either pineapple. I feel like it was pineapple, my instinct said pineapple, but it could have been like mango or peach. They were like about this big, like square chunks of like an orange fruit. And then I had a dream that I was stuck in a ship or a submarine or something at the bottom of an ocean with a lot of different people. And it was going to take 7 days for them to come and rescue us. I think they were going to put like balloons around the, you know, like air-filled like things around this container to lift it out of the bottom of the ocean, but they had to do it slowly because of like the bends. But yeah, I remember like being laid down and there was water dripping in. I was trying to sleep and there was water dripping in on my head. So that could be some kind of message for somebody as well. And then yeah, you got Love by Lana Del Rey, which it says don't worry baby, don't worry baby. So don't worry. After saying all that stuff and getting all paranoid, it's like, don't worry baby, I got this. All right, oh, gosh, that was a really long opening message. I'm sorry, we're 25 minutes in already and I haven't even started pulling your cards. So do go and check out. Oh, it's too late now. I'll be back in a minute. All right, Scorpio. So if you did watch that intuitive message at the start and you didn't skip ahead, even shuffling now, even getting ready to do the reading, on the bottom of this deck you've got the Venom, and on the bottom of this deck you've got the Devil. If your intuition is telling you that there's something not right, then I would definitely trust that. And that doesn't mean that you have to, like, if you think somebody's a bit dodgy, it doesn't mean you have to completely cut them out of your life, but you can definitely have your wits about you, right? You can definitely think, I think you're up to something and I'm just gonna have my guard up a little bit. That's okay. But we're talking shadow energy, so we're talking about you now, Scorpio. I'm sorry. So again, big trigger warning. If this is if you're easily triggered, if you're going through something right now, it may not be the right reading for you at this time. We will see what comes out for you. So your shadow side that you need to work on, abundance, is this Three of Cups. Three of Cups, abundance. The Three of Cups normally talks about the relationships you have with people around you. It can be like soulmate type connections, not necessarily romantic love, but people who perhaps you know from past lives, you know, people who you know, your tribe of people. It could be your family, your siblings, it could be a friendship group, it could be a lot of different things, but it's basically a supportive network of people around you. Normally the meaning of the Three of Cups, it can be a little bit about gossip as well, but we'll read from the book. You've got, oh, debauch. What are you up to? Debauchery with your friends? Well, I never. But that actually leads to the Ten of Cups. The Seven and the Three of Cups together is the Ten of Cups, and that is happiness with other people. So you may actually enjoy a little bit of debauchery with your friends. I don't know. What are you up to, Scorpios? Oh, I don't know. This is a funny reading today. Right, 3, abundance. I'm just going to read from the book. Just going to read from the book. No judgment. You do you. All right. I was definitely picking up on Cancer energy, because right away it says keywords: Mercury in Cancer. Overflowing exchange of love, rare valuable feelings and perception which can be communicated intimately. So there's something to do with communication, because you had that signals cross can get confusing by Lana Del Rey. So mixed signals, perhaps you're not sure where you stand with somebody. The Three of Cups are made of pomegranates. Oh, that's unbelievable. I'm reading for Scorpio. And if you know that your card in the tarot is the High Priestess, the High Priestess, normally the usual depiction of that card in the tarot, she has pomegranates because it symbolizes her connection to the afterlife, your ability to perceive things beyond the 3D veil, right, into the unknown. So it's so funny that it should have the pomegranates on it. The Three of Cups are made of pomegranates. This rare and delicious fruit symbolizes the vital treasures inherent in uncommon love. Uncommon love. Do you love uncommonly? The cups stand on golden lotus blossoms, and golden lotuses fill them to overflowing. Love pours out with overflowing joy. The love represented here is of the highest order. It is available to be shared only with a small circle of people. The 3 cups may stand for 3 important people in your life with whom you can exchange these precious and exquisite feelings with great intimacy. Such relationships are rare gifts. Care for them with respect and gratitude. That does feel very Scorpionic, because when you love very, very deeply. You're ruled by Pluto. Pluto is actually Hades, the god of the underworld, who had a very common love. If you know his story of him and Persephone and the pomegranates, yeah, something there. It does feel a little bit dark though, doesn't it? I mean, of course it does. You're Scorpio. Okay, indication. You have something especially valuable to share. Be open for the people who can share these exquisite feelings with you. They are also a gift. You don't need to look for them. Yeah, I thought this was going to be something about love, because I've got this rose quartz crystal. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up like Queen of Cups energy. Again, could be Cancerian energy at play here in this reading as well. Question. Okay, this is the question to you. Are there people towards whom you have not yet outwardly expressed the love you feel for them? So this is your shadow side. This is you bottling up your feelings, loving very, very deeply, but not telling people and not expressing them. Perhaps you see feelings as a sign of weakness in some sort of way. Perhaps you fear getting hurt. But this is the 7 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. So this is choices. This is also choices. Choices of love, choices of partnership. With that uncommon love, I almost feel like you could be in... Now, most people want a 2-people relationship, right? Most people want me and them, you know, traditional marriage, soulmate partnership, 2 people involved in this relationship. Anyone else and it's like cheating. With that uncommon... What did it say? Uncommon love. I feel almost like you could be perhaps in a relationship where there's more than 2 people. You know, maybe there's 3 people in this relationship. But you all love each other very, very deeply. It works, right? So very uncommon. Just with the 7 of Cups meaning options, and the 3 of Cups also can indicate like more than 2 people in a relationship. So it's almost coming through today as like the 2 of Cups, but there's more people. And it doesn't have to be romantic love as well. It could be friends, you know, family. Take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Suggestion: give whatever you would like to now, in full awareness of your boundless richness. Affirmation: today life gives me everything I need to be happy. Well, yeah, 7 and 3 makes the 10 of Cups, which is one of the happiest cards in the tarot. Right, let's see. Tell me more about the shadow energy for Scorpio, please. What is the shadow energy for Scorpio? Like debauch as well. It's sort of giving me like, who's that god? The god of like wine. You know, he knew how to have a good time, didn't he? Bracket. I'm thinking like Bacchanal. Brachus. What was his other name? Dionysus. The mystic. Look at this again. The mystic. Very high priestess energy. The maiden. It's in reverse though, and we are reading for your shadow energy. So feels a little bit like you need to face your fears with something, especially if it's something to do with protecting yourself sexually. I feel like you're exploring things. The Virgin, the Princess, the Innocent. Just wait for that card to go past. The maiden archetype is the epitome of innocent arousal, naive sensuality, and precarious purity. She is compelling and addictive because of her flawless and youthful glow. She's the first archetype in the trifecta of Maiden, Mother, Crone. That's interesting because the Three of Cups is the Maiden, Mother, Crone card. And rightfully so, because she has oh so much to learn. The maiden is perfectly positioned for trouble to come her way and subject her to a challenge that leads to the next phase of womanhood. She must grow up, yet hesitates at the threshold, enamoured by the charms of youth. The maiden represents the side of us that is riveted and curious, drawn to shadowy forests, dark nights, and taking just one taste of the poisonous fruit. Her magic is edgy, and it includes both shame and delight. Let yourself fall down the rabbit hole, young one. When light, curious, enchanting, sensual, full of vitality, but when dark, and we are doing a shadow reading, pretends, projects, denies, and fantasizes. Go deeper, no way. Who did I mention before? Look, go deeper, Persephone, Alice, or any princess figures. So we're talking about your shadow energy. Scorpio, do you long to be rescued by another or receive a kiss that brings you back to life? Be wary of waiting for a prince. Break the spell of your own life. It's quite Cancerian energy as well. Cancer's an energy that almost wants to be looked after. I don't know if you've got Cancer in your chart or you're dealing with a Cancerian. Or it's just that Cancerian energy coming to play in your reading at the moment. Moving from the maiden to the mother is challenging, often leaving unresolved tensions between the two archetypes for years, if not a lifetime. So there could be something to do with your mother or your daughter, which is weird to me because my mum's probably watching this. She's Scorpio. Okay. Like I said, there's something... something's off. There's more of a story here than what's being told. And I think there's a sense of fear with that. Like the shadowy forest, it's kind of like, again with that hunter card, there's this kind of like thrill, excitement, fear thing coming through with perhaps exploring different options that you haven't explored before. And this is to do with your shadow side. So it doesn't mean that this is manifesting in your reality. It could be, hidden fantasies. This is getting creepy. I'm going to have to tell my mum not to watch this reading. Hidden fantasies, hidden desires for something a little bit unconventional, a little bit kinky, right? Or you sense this about somebody else. Some of you may be dating. You've got a little bit of fear of... say you've been with one person for a long time and then you start dating, you could have a bit of a fear about like what people may be like behind closed doors, what people might be into. But it also comes with this sense of like being quite excited to experiment, maybe? Scorpio, don't need to know. You're the dark horses. You're the dark horses, Scorpio. Right, so what's the advice for Scorpio to deal with the shadow energy? Again, remember, whatever you're feeling, whatever your personal response is to this reading, whether you're like, oh no, I'm so straight-laced, that is not me, that's still it's still triggering you, it's still bringing something up for you to look at. So it could be that you're particularly against this sort of thing. Could it be that you need to allow people to, live their life the way that they want to live it, as long as it's not hurting you? Maybe you have a child who is at that age when they're starting to explore the world and you want to protect them, again, from possible false mentors, people with ulterior motives. So there's a lot of different ways that could be playing out for you. So do take it as it resonates to you, and whatever you feel about that, explore that a little bit more. Why are you feeling that way? Is that bringing up memories from your past? There could be something in there for you. Okay, your advice then, you've got magic and manifestation. So much like magic, mystic energy in this reading. And peace. So this is your advice today in dealing with that shadow side. I really like how the wing, it's very purple right on this side. This very purple, psychic, intuitive energy. This finger got very hot then. coming to face something else. Perhaps you've manifested something through fantasy, through desire, through hidden things, and then you face it in real life. And that's a challenge for you, because when you fantasize, there's a safety in that. You know, when you have peace and tranquility, when you're in your own space and you imagine what you desire, you know, and it doesn't have to be sexual as well. It can be, you know, I want a certain job, I want to go to a certain place, and then it actually happens, the offer's there on the table in front of you, then you're not in that place of safety anymore. It's manifesting, it's becoming real, and that's where the fear kicks in. Look at this platinum, again with the chakras. Okay, so this is your advice, okay, in dealing with that shadow energy. I can't get comfy. I can't seem to get a decent setup. No matter how I do it, there's always something that's not quite comfortable. Again, that's kind of like your readings. There's something that's not quite comfortable. Okay, advice for you in dealing with whatever this is. Allow me to pull together your scattered energies. That's what came through with that mental card. You remember with the chakras? And it's funny, you've got this chakra here. So I feel like you've got some kind of spirit guide who's trying to bring you into alignment. You may want to do things like yoga, you know, any kind of like chakra work, balancing out your chakras. I did feel quite unbalanced when I actually started to try and tune in at the start of the reading. So I feel like you've got some kind of spirit guide, a mentor. It could be like a yoga instructor on YouTube, right? Somebody who's helping you to become more grounded, more balanced, to know how to turn it on and off, right? That intuitiveness that you have. This beautiful and gentle dragon encourages us to be kind to ourselves. We frequently push ourselves too hard in our lives, whether this is at work or at the home. We forget who we truly are and can miss the beauty in life as we become self-absorbed. This dragon's energy guides us into an inner tranquility, helping us feel and trust everything is fine. You had that. Don't worry, baby, right? Don't worry, Scorps. Everything's fine. Finally, we begin to see and understand the beauty and lessons in all things. Although incredibly powerful, this tranquil dragon brings the energy of gentle bliss like the early morning summer sun, giving us a sense of completeness we previously lacked. If she has come to you today, her message is this. Allow me to pull together your scattered energies so that you can feel a sense of peace enter your soul. Every situation has a legacy, but alas, occasionally it can take a little time to appreciate or understand this fully. Let my presence help release any negative feelings, for you are truly a creator and are immensely powerful. By allowing peace to enter our lives, we enable our very beings to carry more light. We become beacons for others to follow, but in order to do this effectively, we must release our need for control. Scorpio, you is a controlling energy. I'm not saying you're controlling, but Scorpio energy by itself has a huge control aspect. If life has become dull or you are feeling generally out of sorts, call upon peace to lift your blues. She will support you by showing you the beauty of life and helping you to celebrate your experiences here on earth. But remember, you can only do this if you relinquish your need for control. When you do so, you will feel lighter, brighter, and more connected to the universe. Just remember as well, not everything in this reading is going to be for you. It's not a personal reading, it's a general reading. So some of you are up to all sorts of shenanigans over here, getting into very unconventional relationships. Others of you just are dealing with some kind of like, it's like the people around you, you know, moving from the apprentice into kind of like the mentor energy. There's a lot of different ways you could read this reading, so take it as it resonates and just leave anything behind that isn't for you. Okay, magic and manifestation. So it's just got a message on my phone, I was just reading it. We are here to help turn your dreams into reality, change your world and support you. These two dragons are the only pair on one card in the deck. Originally they were separate, but as I began to connect with them more deeply, I realised that they were a beautiful pair of two equal parts, magic and manifestation. These unusual dragons are powerful allies to have and are among the most influential and magical of all the dragons yet to come to Earth. If they have shown themselves to you, the message is this. We have danced into your consciousness to reassure you that the worst is now behind you. Your journey has been a long and arduous one at times. Now look to the future and embrace what is to come. They carry the limitless energy of magic and manifestation and warn. Be sure and clear in your intentions when invoking our presence, for we are the alchemists. It's what you are asking for. Is what you are asking for what you truly desire? Will it serve and benefit your higher purpose? Call upon us when you want things to swoop into your life. We are here to help turn your dreams into a reality, change your world and support you as you undertake your journey. Look deep inside and ask what it is you really want. Once you are clear about your choices, we will assist you in achieving them. So you need to be sure about what you want. These dragons will dive to your aid when you need any kind of practical support. If you need help on a specific aspect of your physical existence here on Earth, you can call upon their dynamism to help you manifest it. These jewel dragons are known as the miracle makers. That gives me miracle aligner, go and get him, tiger, which again gives me a bit of a creepy vibe, right? Bit of a false mentor there. Miracle aligner. Get down on your knees and again. Yeah, bit of a creepy song there. Be careful what you wish for, I think is a message coming through there. So if Scorpio does this shadow work, where will it lead them? For people watching this reading today, do this shadow work, where will it lead them? Scorpio for Tuesday, please. Scorpio for Tuesday. You're not getting anything, are you, here? Scorpio for Tuesday. Well, I guess it takes you wherever you want to go, right? No, that's not talking. Maybe this deck. Where will this take Scorpio, please? There we go. And there's the love. Do you see how it like almost slid underneath the rose quartz as well? Seeing things from a different perspective. Seeing love and expressions of love from a different perspective. Understanding what this is. Page of inspiration. You're gonna have quite a childlike enthusiasm for something. I feel like you're gonna get out of this stuck energy, out of this energy of like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what the next step is, and you're gonna be able to express emotions in a very playful, creative, childlike way, a very open, flowing way, where I feel like you've suppressed things in the past. So, Hanged Muse. Where are you? What number are you? 12. Can you see that clearly? Let me just put it like that so you can see it quite well. Keywords: flipping your perspective, seeing things anew, being in flow with the universe, letting go. Again, remember, don't be controlling. New vantage points leading to new knowledge. New knowledge. Get rid of all the owls that we had. Empathetic understanding, spiritual lessons. Prompt: insightful exposure. She floats up to the top of the world and hooks her knees around the timeline of her journey. She is long overdue for this pause, and things below have been gaining a great deal of out of controlness as of late. With a deep breath in, she sinks into timelessness to enjoy this moment, this gift. She lets go of trying to control it all, control issues, and allows the truth to float to the surface of her awareness. Whatever wisdom she will be gifted here today will be implemented later. So there was something about, because you have this wisdom card, right? There was something about, you had like the moon card and things. So there was something you didn't know. You had like an inkling, you had an intuition, you couldn't put your finger on it. I feel like when you do this work on yourself, you'll get gifted some information from the universe. You'll know, right? It could be that somebody else opens up emotionally to you. The Hanged Muse asks you to take a bird's eye glimpse of your life. It just feels like this energy now. Reach out over many years, pinpointing the things you cannot change and let them go. Remember that you see through the lens of your own stories, fashioned only by your perceptions and experiences. When you gift yourself the liberty of malleable thinking, you can change your reality with a simple swing of the timeline of life. Perspective it flips, the ego it quips, then reality rips, parts and pieces it strips. I surrender in clips, when I let go it slips, then a total eclipse, only love on my lips, oh my god, only love on my lips. The Knights communicate, the Knight of Cups communicates emotionally. So I feel like you're going to open up about deep feelings that you have for somebody. You're going to feel able to. Because there's some kind of shadow work that you need to do though first. This is one of my favourite cards. I love the description of this one in the deck. Keywords: a brewing romantic heart, dating, new love, a happy, that's dating by the way, the Seven of Cups is dating. A happy flirtation, wearing your heart on your sleeve. I feel like it's hard for you to do that currently, wearing your heart on your sleeve. I think Scorpio is a very secretive energy. You keep your feelings close, right? You don't always say everything that you know, but you're going to be able to wear your heart on your sleeve. Loving the idea of being in love, the thrill of the chase, going for it, the buzz of the fresh and new. Prompt. So I feel like it could be a lot of fear, you know, moving from this maiden energy of being like, again, it could be like leaving a relationship, looking at your options, a lot of fear there. You don't know what to expect, you know, you can't see the future, you don't know which option's right for you unless you go in, you know, sip from those cups, Scorpio. And if you do that with an open heart, and you learn to do that, you find this balance within yourself where you're able to experience things, then you can open up and you can experience things in a more excited way rather than a fearful way. So I think there's some sort of fear going on for you. Prompt: the honesty of puddles. He stomps and jumps and plays in the water of his heart. So joyous he is with this fresh new connection. Oh, the romantic notion, bringing to mind this pairing for two takes his energy. It's funny that I put it on there. This pairing for two takes his energy up, levels up so high that there's nothing to do but just joyously romp in the fresh rainwater. Sometimes you will find him kicking like this in the heat of passion, or when he's overtaken by a jealous streak. But today this night of emotions is full of joy. The Nautilus shell rises in the sky, lighting the afternoon and gently nudging all things to grow and shift as creation wills it. It reminds everyone beneath its bright love that nature's only option is to grow or to decay, and by choosing to grow, by choosing to put energy into partnerships and to passions, we consciously expand their energy. What connections are you nurturing today? Excitement kicks like a prince, a show, a display of affection. Emotion drips, a charming rinse. Now go, display intention. I don't know, Scorpio, I like that read. It ended well, right? Because that's the thing, you get the good stuff if you do the work. The universe rewards you for that. So that's took a lot out of me. I'm really drained. I'm really tired now after that reading. That was a hard one for me. Again, I feel like you're kind of like a mentor for me because you're the High Priestess and I'm learning to be the High Priestess. So yeah, there was that thing about how much you can handle, right? How much of this universal download you can take, knowing when to kind of open that energy up and close it off, which comes from doing the chakra work. So yeah, I hope it was helpful to you. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go and lie down for a bit. And yeah, take care and I'll see you again soon, Scorpio. If it wasn't your reading, it's fine. Just leave it. If it was your reading, then I don't want to know. I don't want to know what you're up to. All right, I'm joking. Take care. See you again soon. Bye-bye.